It's early morning, having a cappuccino, and I'm greeted to one of the latest vehicles from BMW's M division, the new BMW XM. The BMW XM has massive body lines which signal agility and masculinity, as well as the size of the vehicle on its own is intimidating. This is a vehicle that signals a lot of presence wherever you go, and it has unique character embedded in all of its design. The BMW's XM uniqueness trails down to its very development. Its powertrain is bespokely built for this vehicle only, however it does share elements with certain vehicles. Its rear lighting is a work of art, featuring three-dimensional structures of LED strips that protrude out. Its front design features split headlight designs with LEDs as well, the high beams at the bottom, a similar design to the BMW X7 as well as the BMW 7 Series. It's a retro Q from the old 8 Series. The XM has very slimmed out proportions of tail lights to the size of its rear and quad exhaust pipe that are hexagonals in dimensions, and they are staked on top of each other with the rear diffuser between them. A glossy material is applied over the lower bottom of the vehicle, giving it a nice dynamic contrast. The most important thing to note about the BMW XM is that it's the second vehicle ever developed by BMW's Motorsport division since the BMW M1. The M1 was an icon of the 70s, being a mid-engine sports car developed by BMW's newly founded M division with the help of Lamborghini. The BMW i8 is a spiritual design successor to the original BMW M1 over the BMW XM. The design similarities between the BMW i8 and the M1 are so intentional, one would beg to ask the question, why BMW's Motorsport was not directly involved in the project at all. Even though the BMW i8 had a hybrid powertrain, perhaps it could have pioneered what the XM is doing now. The M1's engine of option for its mid-engine configuration was the M88 engine that it got strictly for the purpose of homologating the M1 Pro car for a racing series. The M1 Pro car was a racing legend from the 1970s, so its mid-engine put into the road legal M1 was essentially a racing engine put on a street car. The big link between the M1 and the M1 Pro car was the M88 engine, which almost was unmodified in the road car. After the necessity for homologation, the BMW M1 Pro car would go on to participate in 24-hour Le Mans, Group B racing as well as GT class championships competitively. Distinct with its 6 throttle bodies that stick on top of it, the M88 straight 6 engine was straight out of the racing book. It was developed from the engine of the BMW 3-liter CS, which was the M49. It featured single row timing chain, direct fuel injection, as well as individual throttle valves. Much like the i8, the XM is a hybrid. It features a combustion-engined electric powertrain. Underneath the calf of its hood sits an S68 4.4-liter V8 engine that produces 483 horsepower. It is then complemented by an electric motor wrapped around its transmission, which produces 194 horsepower and 281 Nm of torque. Far from being anything for motorsport racing, the interior of the BMW XM is extravagantly beautiful. It is absolutely first class, and BMW describes it as a sitting lounge. The tone of luxury ambience is set in the front seats by the gorgeously wrapped around white Napa leather that covers the thick bolstered front seats as well as the rear. Taking my time to observe the design of the BMW seats, which look gorgeous even from behind, there is unique elements of design that are embedded in the patterns that follow behind the seats as well. The generosity of spaciousness extends from the rear all the way to the front, with a selection of extravagant colors and materials, innovative design elements, generous and supremely comfortable seats with what BMW refers to as vintage leather. The gorgeous combination of vintage leather and stainless steel for the door handles is the last word in luxury, and not something that you would associate with a vehicle made by a brand that is used to making sports cars for racing championships. So this is a place where you can fix your eyes and relax for a long time. The BMW XM steering wheel is a regular M steering wheel, featuring the M1 and the M2 buttons. Behind the steering wheel is a large, continuously curved OLED display with all the information for the vehicle. Below is the air vents and physical buttons for the climate control, as well as cup holders and the center console. The center console has a glossy piano finish with several buttons that are nicely laid out for different functionalities. Distinctly is the red button for the start-stop function of the engine. The upper left buttons can be used to control information that is displayed on the large infotainment system, which could be media selection of the type of music you want to hear, or looking through the maps for the best route to your destination. The other buttons include the navigation, the map, a rotary knob for selecting different functions, as well as a home button for returning to the main page of the menu content. You can use the rotary dial to scroll up and down different pages of information and apply depth of pressure to select a particular function that you may want to use, or to apply a certain feature. On the lower left of the center console are dynamic buttons for selecting between different drive modes for the BMW XM. Those drive modes are hybrid, electric, and e-control. They can allow the vehicle to drive on electric power alone, or a combination of both the combustion engine and the electric motor. Alternatively, you can scroll through touchscreen from setting up your climate zone temperature, as well as selecting music in your media player, or setting up massage functions from your seat. A small popping sound is heard whenever you have a relative touch input on the screen. BMW's latest iDrive is filled with depth of menu that can be controlled on a vertical slide on the touchscreen. The vehicle's interior theme can be customized to a specific color that the user may prefer, and also different elements for the dynamics of the vehicle, such as suspension and dampers, can be customized for an individual's taste. The BMW XM steering wheel is conventional layout of buttons for functioning through the infotainment system as well as scroll buttons. Interestingly, they also have the M1 and M2 performance buttons for selecting different dynamics of the powertrain. Hello BMW. Where am I?
Sorry, I didn't quite understand you again. Maybe I've still got to learn the command you used. In this help menu, you find several commands that I understand.
The comprehensive voice command system in BMW's iDrive 8 requires a little bit of learning. However, it gives you a bunch of options through a menu that shows you voice commands to which the voice from the iDrive can respond to. Its activation can either be done with a little button on the right of the steering wheel with a microphone, or just by going ahead and saying, "Hey BMW." After coming up with relevant prompts, it became more useful. Hey BMW. Where is the nearest charging station?
Okay, I will have the results for you soon. I found 20 entries. Which one should I choose?
Choose AC BMW charging port.
Please select an entry from the list or say correction.
Correction, EV charging station.
Please select an entry from the list or say correction.
Correction, entertainment.
What can I help you with?
Turn on massage on my seat.
I will activate the back massage for your seat.
Thank you BMW, I appreciate. The screen display also changes with the input of your voice. Entertainment.
I have found these destinations in the category entertainment. Which one should I select?
You should select Twin Peaks, South Africa.
Let's go.
Alright, thank you BMW. With such technology packed in the front, the rear doesn't disappoint either. Just like in the front, the real delight in the doors here is the stainless steel Harman Kardon surround system that comes standard in the BMW XM with 16 speakers and 415 watts of audio power. Alternatively, there is a Bowers & Wilkins sound speaker system with 1500 watts and 20 speakers. The extension of the side bolstering of the seat into the side panels of the wall creates a very vivid contrast with the roof of the vehicle. The white seat leather contrasts with the coffee brown Alcantara that stretches into the roofline of the BMW XM. The visually striking headliner relief also optimizes the acoustic shielding offered by the cabin. After spending some time in the BMW XM, my conclusion to this vehicle is that it seeks to redefine the image of motorsport, not just as a brand that makes the fastest cars for the track, however, one that seeks to innovate even in the luxury of space as well. The XM is a new chapter in BMW motorsport history that seeks to reinvent the definition of M, not just as a vehicle that is designed for the racetrack, however, one that ushers in elegance. It closes the chapter of the old M and ushers in a new era. Thank you for watching.